What the beautiful part is of having these setups and the green screens and stuff, we can live in absolute filth, and with the power of post-production, we can make it look like we're God.
We
Kings.
could, yeah.
We are kings among kings. If we king of the ding. We are the king of the dings.
The king of the dings. Hold on,
King
let
of
me
the
write that.
Subpar news. The Spencer's gifts next to Starbucks Tom Green.
Get excited. And then throw back to, who is that, Paul Harvey? I commented on there.
Tom.
Subpar news. It's not the best way to say it, but you get the idea.
We read the headlines with you.
Get excited.
So first story I have pulled up here. Man arrested for smoking marijuana cigarette in courtroom. How dare he beseech the king? Wait, beseech? Is that even the right word?
I don't know, but he did something
Sounds
with
right.
the lettuce that he wasn't supposed to be doing.
Yeah. A Tennessee man making a court appearance on a charge of simple possession was arrested on Monday after lighting a marijuana cigarette in the courtroom. So he was called to discuss the case before General Sessions Judge Haywood Berry. Spencer was talking about how marijuana needed to be legalized. He reached into his pocket, pulled out what appeared to be a rolled marijuana cigarette, placed it in his mouth, then pulled out a book of matches and lit it and began to smoke the cigarette.
Fucking balls of steel.
The cigarette gave off the odor of burning marijuana. The courtroom erupted in laughter at Spencer's actions, disrupting the normal daily activity in the court. Spencer was taken into custody and charged with disorderly conduct and simple possession of a Schedule 6 drug. It's a Schedule 6 now?
You know, the scheduling just changes because they can't just let it go. They need that avenue of control.
Well, we're going to get down the road where everybody fucking smokes it, and they're going to. It's a Schedule 16 drug.
Right.
I mean, this guy's a boss. I mean, he looks like the kind of guy that would just open.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. He's got the whole Dilligaff look about him, right? Does it look like I give a fuck?
He doesn't. And I mean, you know, the more this kind of stuff happens, the more normal it gets. The more, I mean, the courtroom erupted in laughter. No one really cares.
We're going through the motions at this point to pacify these lawmakers. Awesome for him, though. You know what I mean?
That's big cojones. That's some direct action.
Huge direct action. Huge.
That is some civil disobedience right there. So, good on you. His name was Spencer Boston.
His name was Spencer Boston.
I would send him a hat.
For real. Or a t-shirt.
Or a sticker or whatever. He would love it. He'd be like, wow, I'm a freaking internet star.
Spencer Boston.
Someone's not saying something negative about me. Wow.
Get excited.
We should encourage this behavior on Subpar News.
Did he hurt anyone?
No, he's just he's just a loser and a degenerate. What's the harm?
Get excited, yeah. He's not hurting anybody. Leave him alone. Ooh, the border wall.
We could do the border wall. In my border wall. That was my best Wonderwall impression, sorry.
This article from CNN.com. Portion of U.S. border wall in California falls over in high winds and lands on Mexican side.
It's a sign from God.
Jesus himself came down and he went...
Oh,
and that border wall fell over.
They actually have video, and it's just the sound of wind over a microphone.
Like this?
But here's the other thing, too, is like the wall just ends right there.
Right. I mean, obviously, it's not supported.
They didn't build
I believe
it right.
it's still in the construction stage from that, right?
Right. Newly installed panels fell over in high winds Wednesday, landing on trees.
And the area is part of the ongoing construction project to improve existing sections of the wall.
We are grateful there were no property damage or injuries. But you're building a wall.
Well, you know.
You're building a wall that segregates communities and peoples.
Right. So there's no property. Our property's good property. Your property's bad property.
We got to make sure all of our water runoff goes under the wall, too.
Durr.
Who cares about the poor people living in tents on the other side, wishing for a better life, stuck between, you know, the militias and the armies and the drug lords and the, you know, who cares?
You know, they should have been born in America. Then they wouldn't have to worry about that.
You know, why don't they live closer to that wall so it falls on them? The story has been updated to correct the name of U.S. Customs and Border Protection. And so I think initially when it came out, they made it sound like it was just built.
Oh.
So now they're making it sound like, well, it wasn't completed yet.
I see.
A big bad wolf just fucking huffed and puffed and blew it down.
Sneaky snake. Probably.
This is stupid. Good going, Trump.
French firefighters setting themselves on fire and fighting the cops.
I like that one. I mean, human trafficking's a big deal, but it didn't get many shares.
Oh, man.
Okay, so French firefighters got sick of their frickin' police, so they set themselves on fire, painted their face like the Joker, and combat the police head on.
Get excited.
It's absolutely awesome. They didn't have batons. They didn't have shields. They didn't have riot gear. They set themselves on fire and pushed the police back.
Because they knew, hey, I've got a suit that won't burn me.
They're not.
It's resistant, right?
It's heat resistant. It's not fireproof. There's no real fireproof anything.
Right. Water.
Yeah, steam.
That's not fire.
It burns.
Oh, yeah.
It'll fucking melt your flesh off. But anyway, French police fired water cannon and tear gas at angry firefighters who set themselves on fire during demonstrations. Fire brigade unions are demanding better pay and conditions and organize their demonstration in the capital's Place de la République to bring attention. Whatever, my French is terrible. To bring attention to their cause today. They want a pay raise of 25%, arguing their work is made increasingly difficult due to staff cuts and attacks against them. Paris police said firefighters who tried to break down or scale fencing near the nation area of the city were dispersed by water cannon. Firefighters previously demonstrated in October, marked by clashes of police calling for better pay. So yeah, and their pensions, guarantees of pensions.
So now these firefighters, right, they have access to these fire trucks. Couldn't they just roll through the water with the water cannons and send the police back the same way?
Probably, but I don't think it would have as much of an effect as, setting yourself on fire.
That's true. People are, squirt guns are one thing, right?
I mean, and the makeup and everything, the Joker motif going, and they had torches, and
Kind of spooky, right?
Right.
These are the nightmares of Hollywood.
it's pretty awesome. So good on them. That's some good direct action right there. They're like, you know what? Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
I'll set myself on fire.
Absolutely. And the thing is, it wouldn't be to this point. I mean, they've been like in Paris and everything. This has been how long they've been rioting over there.
Quite a while.
And it's all due to the same problems, government interference.
I got some video playing in the background. You can see that they're literally just pushing back the cops. They have shields, batons. They're just pushing them back.
Like, see ya.
He literally just punched a cop in the face. Oh, this is great. Oh, I love it. I love it. Good on you, France.
And the thing is, this isn't localized either. I mean, this type of activity is happening all across the world.
And it should be. People are fed up.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But unlike America, a lot of these European countries, they don't give a shit.
I mean, they've had their revolutions, multiples over the years, right? America is a new nation. Think about this. The United States, we're 200 and how many years old?
Yeah, 300-ish.
So,
but our culture's different here. People are too concerned. There isn't that same sense of solidarity or a willingness to die or fight. It's just not there. Everyone will pick up a gun and pick up a sign or do whatever, but when push comes to shove, no one really throws down anymore. Like, it doesn't happen here anymore. It used to.
The media's learned how to label you.
Right. You don't want to identify with the group that's bad, and they just make everyone look bad.
Boom. Anybody that opposes us is crazy.
Right. So America is the land of the subpar protest.
The subpar protest.
The subpar protest. I don't want to be associated with that, but it's the truth. Okay,
What else
next.
we got?
The Museum of Fine Arts in Boston will display its entire Monet collection.
Ooh, I like Monet.
Not money, Monet.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a lisp?
So he's probably one of the most influential impressionists. Basically, he's the guy that did it so well that everyone who thought they were an artist just painted the laziest shit ever and called it impressionism.
Ah, yeah.
I saw this in Georgia in the hospital. They had all this like impressionist style art or whatever, and it looked awful because it was so blurred. There's no resolution to it. Like, you could see that it meant to be leaves and trees and stuff, but it didn't paint the scene. It didn't have that dreamlike quality. It just looked like someone with paint.
Hurry up and slap this out. And
Claude Monet is a little more detailed. His strokes are more deliberate. It's not just a random mess.
There is a picture here, a blurry picture.
It has that dreamlike quality. It takes you somewhere. It has that, it imparts on you that impression, which is kind of the whole point of Impressionism. So beginning in April, the museum will display its entire collection, all 35 of them, which is among the largest holdings of the artist's work outside of France. So if you're in the Boston area,
check it out.
Check it out, man. I love museums. Maybe I'll do a live stream.
Yeah. Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, I'll get kicked out. I'll love that.
Oh, will they kick you out for that?
They generally don't want you recording.
What if you wear like a chest GoPro?
I might do it. I did it in DC.
Yeah, what the hell? Why not? What are they going to do? Cry about it? Ask
Kick
you to
me
leave?
out?
Say,
Ask me, waste my admission money?
could be worth it if you were able to smuggle in the appropriate recording devices.
Because that undermines the whole point of the museum. But yeah,
right.
That's fine.
But no, not really, because seeing something at a museum in real life is still different than watching a fucking Facebook video, you know.
I agree. But yeah, if you're an art nerd,
check it out. Monet's in Boston.
Monet.
Oh, God. So predictable. So you are so predictable.
Oh God.